If you've been coming into this year with something that you've been contemplating doing, something that you've been really wanting to take a leap on, a change that you're wanting to make, a new direction that you want to take, a project, a new career move, something that's been calling you forward, but that you're feeling a little bit of doubt around fully embracing or fully diving into, this is my message to you to listen to the voice inside that's calling to you. Because regardless of the outcome, you won't regret it. 5 years ago, I reached a crossroads in my life where I had been working in the fitness industry at multiple different facilities for over a decade. And it wasn't working for me anymore. And it got to this point where I realized that I had two choices. I could continue doing what I was doing, hoping and praying that something would change. Or I could do the really scary thing and start my own business. And despite having over a decade of experience under my belt, I felt so incapable and so unworthy of doing the thing myself. And I worked through that. And I decided that I was ready to take that leap because I could continue doing what I was doing for God knows how much longer, and maybe something would change and maybe something wouldn't. But if I did something different and took a different path, then I was offering myself an opportunity for something different that wasn't going to be available to me otherwise. And so I went all in on me and I built this incredible gym that I'm sitting in now. And as I was telling the people in my life about this really exciting endeavor that I was getting ready to do in my life, every single person tried to talk me out of it. In fact, the only person that had my back and that was encouraging me to follow my gut instinct was my husband. Everybody else had something to say about it. I was witnessing their fear, and I was witnessing where they didn't believe in themselves. Whatever their fear was, they were voicing that to try to help me see all of the things that could go wrong, and so that I could choose a path that was safer, because that's what they always did. And I knew that, and I saw that, and I offered them so much compassion because I also knew that they couldn't see what I saw, which was my vision. They didn't have the capacity to see what I was envisioning for my life. And they didn't understand all of my life experience that had led up to that moment in time that was causing me to choose something different. They didn't know the pain and the suffering and the aggravation and the many, many days of crying on my bathroom floor that I had experienced leading up to that moment. And I knew that if I didn't take this leap, I would regret it. Here I am, 5 years later, and I'm getting ready to move across the country. And because of that, I am selling all of this gym equipment that you see around me, even though this business didn't work out, quote unquote. It was the vehicle through which I was able to transform who I am. And this version of me that is sitting here today wouldn't exist without that girl who decided to take a leap of faith and bet on her. And because I did that, I now am filled with self-trust and confidence, and I believe in who I am. And so even though the business didn't work out, There's no possible way that I can regret what I went through because it gave me so much more than the business itself. It birthed who I became as a byproduct of it. In the spiritual space, we talk a lot about finding our purpose, and we tend to identify purpose in this box of what we do, a job that we have, something that we show up for that we believe makes us happy and fulfilled and makes a difference. And I would like to redefine what purpose is, because maybe purpose is not what we do, but maybe it's who we become as a byproduct of what we do. And if you're thinking of taking a leap in doing something that you've never done before, and it's scary and it's overwhelming and you have all this doubt and everyone in your life is trying to talk you into a different direction, I want you to know that even if it doesn't work out in the way that you're anticipating or the way that you plan for it to, who you become as a byproduct of this new choice that you're making is priceless. And how can you have any regrets looking back on that? Maybe this thing that you're looking to do this year isn't even about the thing itself, but it's simply acting as a vehicle to help you open up into a version of you that will be accessed in the process. Because intuitively, your higher self knows that you're ready for it and you're being called forward in this new way.